Investing in German real estate might seem like a gold mine, but there are some hidden pitfalls which you need to be aware about. Whether you're planning to buy your first house in Germany, or buy a property in Germany, or invest in rental properties, or navigate Germany's real estate laws, I'll uncover the key insights which can save you money, time, and headache. So stick around to learn how to avoid those costly mistakes and make smart investment decisions in Germany when it comes to real estate investment in Germany. Are you guys thinking of investing in real estate in Germany? But before you make that leap, there are some crucial things which you need to consider, which could either make or break your investment. And in this video, I'll share the must-known facts and insider tips that most of the investors miss. So stay tuned to avoid those costly mistakes and to understand the German property market in 2025 and to make much more smarter investment decisions. So hey everyone, welcome back to my channel once again. This is your friend Abhishek, but not a financial advisor, and today's topic is real estate investment in Germany and to look into the real estate market in Germany, which will actually help us to make a decision if buying a real estate in Germany in this condition is good or not. So this video is going to give you some real estate tips, especially for the investors who are interested in buying an investment property in Germany. So first thing first, let's talk about the German property market or the German real estate market. And for that, I will take you on to the Deutsche Bank outlook for 2024-2025. The 2025 and 2026 document is not out yet, but as soon as it's out, I will make another video for you guys. So let's get on to it. So guys, here we are on the outlook for the German housing market officially released by Deutsche Bank, and they release this document on quarterly basis and on yearly basis. So here we are. The big question in the German housing market is when will the price correction end? The current market situation is unclear. So some price indices have continued to decline in Q1 2024. However, the Europace index has been rising again since beginning of 2024. Our fair value prices based on net present value model indicate that a further price correction may be necessary. So they do believe that the housing market is in a bubble. However, numerous factors suggest that all prices indices will rise soon because the interest rates are falling, and the interest rate peak for long-term mortgage rates is probably also behind us, and this is what they expect in 2025. Okay, so at the same time, inflation is high, and this contributes to the market correction through a loss of purchasing power. It helps with repayments, make loans cheaper, and tends to increase the rents. Existing and new rents have recently risen sharply over long periods of time. Housing prices tend to rise faster than inflation. Now, this point is quite important. Probably the most important reason in favor of prices rising again is the continuing high fundamental shortage of supply. Deutsche Bank says their projections show that this trend will persist in many cities well into the next decade and beyond. Next decade and beyond. In some metropolitan regions and large cities, shortages are continuing to increase, in some cases even rapidly. So this is quite important to know. However, there are no bottlenecks either nationwide or in Germany's 11 metropolitan regions. To the whole, there is a great heterogeneity between the typical economically strong and less dynamic regions. Furthermore, the regulatory uncertainty that contributed to investor restraint in 2023 is also decreasing. So the purpose of showing this document from the Deutsche Bank about the outlook on real estate in Germany 2023-2024 was to show you how the German property market looks like, how the rental market in Germany looks like, and what are the investment opportunities in Germany when it comes to real estate market in 2025 and beyond. And this also shows us the real estate trends in Germany. As you saw that the housing market in Germany is rising more than inflation. That of course means that prices could be unreasonable. But on the other hand, like Deutsche Bank also predicts that this problem will not go away or not fade away in the next decade or even beyond that. Why? Many reasons. Shortage of supply, as I have covered in my last video as well. According to the Federal Statistical Office, only 100,000 houses were approved in 2024, which is a staggering decrease of over 21% from 2023, and the demand is for approximately 400,000 housing units per year. So this clearly tells us what is the condition of the shortage and the supply of the houses in Germany. And this is creating an opportunity for some investors. So those investors who are waiting for the interest rates to come down or the house prices to fall down and wait until the house prices are reasonable, we have seen from the analysis and the outlook that the house prices might not come to those reasonable levels as you, my real estate investors, might want it to be at. And apart from that, we can see that the rental price on the other hand is also increasing. So this actually creates an imbalance also in the scenario when you calculate your buying versus rent in Germany in 2025. So those calculators you can of course use anytime, but now I do assume that there might be a chance that renting might get a bit expensive. Even if you can save some money and invest into the stock market, there is a possibility that now buying a house might be cheaper, especially when you are investing for rental properties. And as you already know that there are many property tax benefits when you're investing into real estate in Germany for rental purposes, so that adds to the top on one of the reasons why investing in real estate in Germany could be actually beneficial. So this was the reason why I showed you guys the Deutsche Bank outlook for the German real estate market, because this is quite important for you as real estate investors to understand the real estate market, property market in Germany in 2025 and beyond. Okay, now let's come on to some of the important factors which is important for you to understand before you buy your first house in Germany or before you invest into real estate in Germany. So the first thing which you need to consider is your personal finance. You have to calculate your income versus your expenses. The banks take this into consideration really seriously, because the banks need to know if you will be able to, first of all, give or pay your EMI every month, and apart from that, if you're able to keep some money aside for emergency purposes, for your own emergency, or for that particular investment property which you have bought in Germany. So this is quite important, and this you need to calculate way before you start thinking about buying your first real estate in Germany. Then the next important point is your Schufa score. Yes, your Schufa score is pretty important. This is what the banks will also check, because credibility is quite important, and it's nothing new. Every system in the world does that to check your credibility score. How good is your credibility to get a credit and to pay it off? Now the third important point, which is your capital, that means your down payment. How much capital you're bringing in. Now, if you guys would like to know a detailed video, then leave a comment in the comment section down below. Then I can provide a detailed video on that, because sometimes some real estate investors or even agents are saying that the more capital you bring, the less interest rate. That's of course true, but is that profitable for you guys? In some cases it's not. But just to give you guys an idea, let's say if you buy a 300k house and if you don't do any down payment, 0%, okay, that means 100% loan, and for that you get an interest rate of 3%. Now you are paying 10%, that means 30k extra as capital. So with that, your interest rate might change by just 0.5%. Now if you calculate this over the years, you might be saving some interest for sure. But if you would have invested that money into the stock market index, a broad market index like the All World Index or the MSCI World Index, then you would have made much more money than reducing that 0.5% interest. So sometimes it's not worth to bring in more capital just for the sake of a better interest rate, okay? Then the fourth important point is your residence permit. That's really important. Of course, you can get a credit for buying a house in Germany even on a blue card, but if you have a permanent residence, then the conditions are better, because simple, that's more secure for the German bank, and that gives the bank more security. Now point fifth, financing in good conditions. Now some YouTubers advertise a lot about how buying a real estate with full cash and no loan is quite okay, and I do understand them and I do agree with them, but just on one base, which is based on psychology. Okay, if it gives them mental stress-free life and good sleep, then okay, it makes sense. But from numbers point of view, from a logical point of view, it really doesn't make sense, because if you're getting a financing from a bank in good conditions, then credit and leveraging is one of the best tools you can have to grow your wealth. The richest people in the world have grown their wealth by investing into real estate, and none of them has done a full down payment until and unless they were already millionaires or billionaires. But to start building their wealth, all of them took bank loans. And this is a tool which you can use, and at any point of time, there are always good conditions. Borrowing money from a bank is one of the best things. You don't pay taxes on it. In fact, you get tax benefits. So this is one of the things which you could consider, and financing in good conditions, it's quite important. Now, sixth point is a mindset. Buying a real estate in Germany or investing in real estate in Germany, or even buying your house in Germany, your first house in Germany, requires the correct mindset. You need to make a decision whether you want to buy a house for yourself or you want to buy a house for an investment purpose. If you ask me, I would never buy my first house where I would be living in. My first real estate investment would always be as a rental property. If you ask me why, the reason is quite simple. If you buy a rental property, first of all, you get a lot of tax benefits, and that will give you some returns on your investments. With that amount of money and with that positive mindset and confidence, first of all, you get to have more confidence into the real estate market in Germany. That gives you a psychological mindset, a strong mindset. The second is the logical reason. If the bank sees that you have been paying your credit for the rental property and you are getting some positive cash flow, even if not in the beginning but after the Steuererklärung, then the banks see that as an investment and not as a liability. I know buying a real estate is always considered to be as an asset, but if you want to continue to buy real estates in Germany or in any part of the world, as a matter of fact, and if you want to keep on buying them, then the bank doesn't see the house which you have bought for yourself as an asset but as a liability. That's a fact, guys. So you have to also think that if you buy your first house in Germany, which you are using it for your self-use, and it's worth 700k or 1 million euros with an average salary of, let's say, 70 to 80,000 euros per year, then the bank will definitely not give you another credit for a long time, until and unless you are paying Sondertilgung, like some amount every year to pay off your debt and to increase your equity. In that case, yeah, it might happen, but I do suppose that you're not doing that because you are trying to be more efficient with your investment. So if you take my opinion, I would buy my first real estate in Germany or buy a first house in Germany as an investment, as a rental property in Germany. So if you guys are watching this video to invest into German real estate market in 2025, this is a tip for you guys. So this was kind of a video for German real estate for foreign investors. So if you guys liked this video, then give me a thumbs up and do subscribe to this channel for more of such real estate investing videos as well, and for the stock market or investment opportunities in Germany. And yeah, I wish you guys a very happy and a prosperous new year in 2025, and hope to see you soon in other videos. By the way, these are some of important videos which you might want to consider before you buy your first house in Germany in 2025. So do have a look at these videos, and I'll see you guys there. Ciao.